Hello, children. A big loving welcome to our very own channel, Ammu&You, where I'm Ammu and I'm here with another very interesting and fun story for you. All of you love to hear the stories of a pirate, don't you? Well, today the story that I have for you is Harry's Gran the Pirate. Harry's Gran? How can a grandmom be a pirate? Well, let me tell you the story. Harry loved playing pirates. He would dress up in pirate's clothes and get his gran to chase him around and around the garden. Gran and Harry were playing pirates one day when the owner of Sandy Bay Water Park walked by. Harry and Gran turned bright red with embarrassment. "Goodness me, you are a very good pirate," said the owner of Sandy Bay Water Park. And he asked Gran if she would become a full-time pirate on the pretend pirate ship in the water park. "Oh, I'm not sure," began Gran. But when she saw how excited Harry was, she quickly agreed. Now, from then on, she dressed up as a pirate every day and went to Sandy Bay Water Park to entertain children on the pirate ship. Children poured up to the lake to see the pirate ship. They laughed at Harry's Gran when she swished her sword through the air. They laughed when she strode around the ship's deck, roaring, "Yo-ho-ho," and a bottle of rum. Harry thought it was great the way his Gran made everyone laugh, and he laughed louder than anyone else. After all, it was his Gran. But they all stopped laughing when some big boys from Sandy Bay unfastened the ropes, tying the ship to the harbor wall, and the pretend pirate ship sailed out into the lake, taking Gran, Harry, and all the children with it. "Stop, stop, stop," cried the mums and dads. "Help, help," shouted the children. "Go on, Gran," said Harry. "Take the ship back to the harbor." "But I don't know how," whispered Gran. After a while, Gran was so puffed from all the running about that she paused to catch her breath. She looked over the ship's side. The waves were very small. The lake was very blue. The sun was shining, and there was hardly a cloud in the sky. "You know," she decided, "it's quite a nice day for a sail." The children looked over the rail of the ship. "It is a nice day for a sail," they quickly agreed. "Let's all have a nice tea feast," said Granny. They went to the kitchen and they got all the jam, tarts, biscuits, the lovely things that were kept there. And they all sat cross-legged on the deck and had a feast. It was such a good one, and everybody enjoyed themselves so much that no one except Harry noticed the little ship was sailing into the bay of a sandy island. "Gran," said Harry, "we've reached land." "Land ahoy!" cried Gran, scrambling to her feet. "There's a sandy beach," shouted the excited children. "There'll be pirates' treasure, me hearties," roared Gran. "Excuse me, but there's another pirate ship over there," said one of the children. Sure enough, anchored in the very same bay was another pirate ship teeming with big boys dressed as pirates. "It's the boys from Sandy Bay Sailing Club," said Gran, "and they're all dressed as pirates." "Yippee!" shouted the children. "We can have a real pirate fight then. Oh, what fun will we have!" "They're hoisting the Jolly Roger," laughed Gran. Prepare for the battle, cried the biggest boy from the other pirate ship, who you could tell was the captain because he wore a captain's hat, just like Gran's. They're going to attack us, laughed the boy. Oh my God. The next moment, a bunch of slimy seaweed landed on the deck beside Harry's Gran. Hooray! They're firing at us, shouted Harry. Let's fire back, said one of the children. If we don't do something fast, we're going to be covered in seaweed and then we'll all stink. Stink? Cried Gran. That's it. We'll make a stink. Children, fetch all the bad eggs from the ship's storeroom. When all the eggs had been gently laid on the deck, Gran picked up the biggest and flung it on the big boy's pirate ship. It exploded on the deck in a splash of yellow yolk. Bullseye! Take that, you sea dogs! Cried Gran. Boo! One of the big boys cried out. Faw, what a stink, yelled another. Phew, throwing bad eggs isn't fair, shouted the boy captain. With all their hankies over their mouths, all the children were soon throwing eggs onto the other pirate ship. The smell became so bad that all of the boy pirates threw down their seaweed so that they could cover their noses. We give up, spluttered the boy captain, who was gripping his nose so tightly that he sounded as though he had a bad cold. Please let us come on board so that we can get away from this dreadful pong. Gran allowed all the big boys to climb on board. Then she asked everyone what they should do with them. Hang them all from the top of the mast, suggested one. We could hang them. Oh, no, they're far too heavy, laughed Gran. We could throw them to the sharks, suggested a little girl. There are no sharks around here, laughed the boys. What shall we do then? Asked Gran. Harry stood on tiptoe to whisper in her ear. Well, I don't know, she said, peering down at him. Go on, Gran, begged Harry. Oh, all right then, she finally agreed. She turned to the biggest boy. Would you mind walking the gangplank? She asked. After all, that's a real pirate punishment. The boy pirates thought that it sounded like an excellent idea. So they blindfolded the boy captain and were about to make him walk the gangplank. Don't make me jump, giggled the boy captain, who really thought that it would be brilliant fun to jump into the lake. Oh, all right, said Gran, who didn't really think that making someone jump into the lake was a very nice thing to do. But you must do something. After all, if it was a real pirate, you would sure be punished. Oh, please make me jump in. But Gran wouldn't agree. Suddenly, Harry had another bright idea. He whispered in Gran's ear. What a great idea, cried Gran. She turned to the boy captain. You can teach me how to sail, then I can take the children back to the water park. Of course I can, said he. And Harry's Gran was such a good pirate that she learned to sail in not much longer than it takes a pirate to flick his pigtail. Thank you, she shouted to the big boys as she steered out of the bay. Now, a tremendous panic had been going on at Sandy Bay Water Park ever since the pretend pirate ship had sailed away. And as Gran sailed into harbor, a huge crowd, including the park's owner, was waiting. As the owner frowned at Gran and looked as if he was going to say something cross, the children all looked at each other and began to cheer Gran. 3 cheers for good old Harry's Gran, they cried. 3 cheers for the best and the bravest pirate ever to sail the 7 seas. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Good old Gran, shouted the owner of Sandy Bay Water Park. Thank you for looking after our children, shouted the moms of all the children. We are so proud of you, said Harry. You're the best Gran in the world, he declared. And you're the best grandson a pirate could wish for, smiled Gran as she hugged him. What a lovely pirate this, and what a lovely Gran. I'm sure, children, you would have had a blast listening to this. Such interesting, adventurous story, right? Then please like, share, subscribe, press the bell icon, and ask your grandmoms, would they like to be a pirate too, just like Harry's? Thank you for listening to the story, children. Wait for me again when I come back soon with another exciting and interesting story to narrate to you. Till then, love you. Bye-bye.